is Robbie Martin at the Oakland port right now. It is about 12:50. Um, what I'm realizing after coming down here is where to park. There are no parking signs everywhere, so pretty soon here I'm probably going to be told to leave by somebody. But this is about as close as I can get to the Princess cruise ship right now. Let me see if you guys can see this. So that's it. Huge ass cruise ship right there with apparently over 30 people who have tested positive for coronavirus. And there is a chopper shot right now you can tune into from ABC News. If you go to my Twitter account, you can see the feed. But just take a look around here and see where this is. The Oakland port is one of the biggest commercial ports on the West Coast. And pretty much everywhere you look, there are semi trucks driving. I'm actually not on one of the busiest thoroughfares of this. So right now, this is the closest I can get to while parking, not being told to leave. But I'm going to try to get closer for you guys, and I'm going to try to talk to some people. Oddly, even when I was able to get to the closest point to it on the public access road, I didn't see any sign of any federal government officials whatsoever. I did not see Homeland Security. I did not see CDC. I didn't see even Oakland police. I didn't see any state police. I didn't see any FBI. No government law enforcement stuff happening at all right now. So I'm going to flip this back to me for a second. Oh, geez, I already made a commitment to, I guess when you stream on YouTube, you have to do it in either orientation mode or portrait mode, and I've stuck on landscape mode now. So my little phone holder, I have to adjust it. Hold on. From what I'm hearing from people who are watching the feed right now, I can't watch it at the same time that I'm filming this. That there are people lounging, apparently in the sun on the top deck. So they're not even making people stay inside the ship right now. They're just letting them lounge. And I already saw footage of them actually creating some kind of ramp to go into the ship. Now, the last cruise ship that got quarantined and evacuated like this, they built like a tunnel out of the ship that looked like it extended for a few hundred feet into some kind of quarantine zone. So I'm assuming they're probably going to do the same thing for this, but I'm surprised. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that no feds are here. I'm just surprised by the lack of government presence at all. You have a good point, asked Robbie. Are there any school closings out your way? Not directly in the Bay Area, as far as I know, but Stanford campus, Twitter, some more of those elite institutions, not just schools, but businesses are closing down right now. They're already closed down. They're making people work from home. So that's as far as I've heard. But what's strange to me is this is one of the biggest commercial ports on the West Coast. So, I mean, maybe I'm still trying to understand what political decision was made to drop this off here instead of San Francisco, where it was circulating around for the last week or so. Who made the executive decision to dock it in Oakland instead of San Francisco? See, it would have seemed like San Francisco would have been the logical choice to make. So I'm curious how that happened. If anybody has any information about that, let me know. I mean, it seems quite political. I mean, people in San Francisco have a lot more clout. That's where Google is. A lot more rich people live in San Francisco. So obviously that's where my thinking goes. Oakland has always been, in some really fucked up way, kind of a sacrifice zone. I mean, it is sort of disaster capitalism. Oakland is one of the most segregated cities, or traditionally was. Um, so I only see one news chopper still right now, and they looks like they kind of stopped. I don't know. Emma, are you still seeing the ABC news chopper going over that? Because I hear it like going right over me right now, which is kind of odd. Okay. Yeah, I lost track of the chopper. Okay, I'm gonna put this. Christy, no, I don't think they'll put people in those shipping containers. Maybe that's what the CDC does if they don't have much of another option. I really don't know. Okay, I'm gonna flip back to first-person point of view. Looks like I might be kicked out of here soon. Someone's giving me the side eye. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna try to get closer, and I'm gonna try to talk to some people, specifically Port Authority people. Oh no, here come cops. So there are cops coming right now. He passed me. Okay, I think he passed me. Oh no, wait, is he coming back? No. Okay. I'm gonna pull off a funky curb here. I gotta do it slow. Okay. Okay, I see the ABC News chopper again circulating. Disappeared for a second. Okay, the cop is gone. I think he just maybe was giving me a warning. He definitely looked. He gave me one of those like cop glares, you know, that you often see, where it's kind of like an unofficial dickhead cop warning. So the problem here is that any news coverage coming to film this right now is going to be totally in some kind of like gridlock traffic with all these 18-wheeler semi-trucks. I don't even know if I'm able to drive through this right now, but I'm going to try to. And I hope I don't get stuck in this train of trucks. Yeah, there's just like 18-wheeler semis all around me right now. It's pretty weird. But yeah, Emma or anybody else listening right now, do you have any information of the CDC or any federal government agency actually being here at the Port of Oakland right now? Because as of right now, I do not see any sign of anything. There's no road closures. There's no indication whatsoever what's going on, except for the very extremely visible, sticking out like a sore thumb, giant cruise ship that's just off the coast. Okay, so I'm driving down this. Ooh, probably a bad idea for me to go down here. I might get stuck. Okay, so I'm driving towards it here. Let me flip it around for you guys so you can see. So I need to see what I'm talking about. This is the line of trucks. So they look like they've kept one lane open to let through traffic through. So I'm gonna try to safely keep traversing on that. So it's to the left now. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not gonna look since I gotta drive, but you guys may be able to see it through this line. I don't see a single official. I saw one Port Authority guy driving around in a van earlier, and he had a little siren on top of his car, and that's it. So if I could find that guy again, I'm gonna stop and try to talk to him. As you can see, so this is the main entrance for where the Princess cruise ship is right now. So I'm just gonna pull over really quick right here, so you can see. This is the main entrance. So right behind that big semi truck right there, that's the ship. You can kind of see it poking out. That's the main entrance. This is how many people or how many trucks are trying to get in and out of that entrance. So I could conceivably walk in kind of wild style and just try to sneak in. There's one news truck. So that's actually the first news truck I've spotted. It just drove past me. So not only is it kind of eerie how little government stuff is going on here, I mean, there's almost no news here either. God, what a weird scene. So it looks like this news truck down here is trying to get in somewhere. You see him? That white truck in the middle. That was a satellite truck that just drove past. I don't see any reporters setting up any stand-up interviews or anything. Usually you would see, during a scene like this, you would usually see like at least 2 or 3 reporters sort of setting up their little camera shots. I don't know if you'd see that. There's the chopper right there. That's the ABC chopper that you guys might be watching the stream from right now. It's kind of weird. "15-minute parking." Okay, so I'm actually allowed to park here. So I'm gonna pull forward a little bit. And just walk around. I mean, if I'm allowed to park here, this is the first time, so I just saw this sign. All the other signs around here have no parking. I'm just gonna pull up a little bit and walk. See if I can get any information. The folks outside the ship don't appear to have protective gear on. Emma, that's alarming. What do they look like? Are they wearing like yellow vests, like they're port workers? I'll be okay. It says I can park here. So unfortunately, this might be one of the clearest shots I can get of it right now. Yeah. So the only officials I can see are as a port guy who's checking people in. And I'm not gonna bother that guy. I don't know if these people are honking at me or what. Yeah. So there's there it is. Okay, so now that I know I can come back here and park, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna try to drive around and see if I can find any officials to speak to. And yes, for anybody wondering, I'm still planning on doing Maine politics today. I am. That is coming later today. Probably as soon as I get some food and get out of here. When I get home, I'll do that. Yeah, what a weird scene, though. I don't know why I was expecting to see some kind of federal government presence. I mean, maybe, and you know, maybe this is some clandestine kind of thing, like where, like you see in movies. Like, remember, what movie was it? Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where they had all the scientists driving out to check on the extraterrestrial site where it was gonna land, where they used all the anonymous like brand name trucks and filled them with like government scientists. I mean, one of these trucks, I mean, or one of the trucks going in and out of here, you would think would be a really easy way to hide a whole team of CDC people or a few of these trucks. So I'm imagining that might have been how they got government people in and out here, but at the same time, like, we don't really know what they're doing, like how exactly they're responding to it. They're giving very little information out. Martial law incoming, someone asks. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think I'm surprised at the lack of government response to this so far. I mean, I think that's definitely a scary thing to consider, you know, mandatory quarantines and things like that. I don't know if I would go as far as saying martial law is going to happen if this keeps going. Jeez. Another little person. This guy's taking something. I don't see any cops. I mean, this is strange. I don't see any police. I say, okay, so there's one security guard right there across the street. And here's what's weird too. It's like you could just drive straight in there and they would have to like chase you down. Like, I don't know if you can see this. I'm not saying I'm gonna do this to anybody. I'm not encouraging anybody to do this, but look. There's like no gate closed or anything. You could just drive fucking straight in there. I mean, it's weird. It just seems really insecure. So I don't know how serious they're taking this. I mean, I guess that's the thing that keeps coming to mind for me after coming here. I'm gonna circle back. I thought I was gonna be able to get some better footage for you guys for the stream, so I apologize that this is harder to access than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I think it's just because this is a weekday and there's so much activity down here is the problem. In fact, if they had done this on the weekend, I would have been able to get very clear shots and probably just walk straight in and talk to somebody. Okay, so I'm taking the back way now. This is gonna sort of take me around where I might be able to get a better view of it. Okay, coming around. Backside. Oh shit. Yeah, I think I might be able to get a much clearer view from over here, hopefully. So let me show you guys where I am right now. This is the other side of it. So there's a road that sort of takes you okay, this is where all the news trucks are. Okay. So they just want the video of, they just wanted the footage of it, I guess. So I don't think there's any like port officials over here to talk to. Now this is, okay, so this is where all the vultures are, of course. Of course, look at them. You see them? Oh my God, this is fucking funny. Okay. All right. Well, I guess this is where I should be, everybody. So let's go out and talk to these motherfuckers. having a hard time reading the live chats through my sunglasses and the glare of the sun. So if I don't talk to you guys during this, I apologize. So, oh wow, yeah, that's a way better shot of it right there. Way better shot. So, what government officials are those right there? Okay, looks like they're about to stage a press conference too. So maybe I'll get a good shot of Ben Carson. That's what it looks like they're gonna have the press conference at. I don't know what officials are even here though. I don't see any markings. I'm gonna climb down so these guys don't yell at me. They probably want down too for their cameras. I'm gonna walk into here. So I don't know, I mean, maybe some of these got government license plates. I don't see anything. Doesn't look like it. You can hear some of them doing their stand-ups. It's pretty weird. So all I see is Oakland police. I don't see anybody else. Any other government people. Everybody's on their fucking cell phone too, so I'm gotta catch somebody who's not. Are you a reporter here?
Yes.
Do you know if there's any other government people here besides the police?
No, nobody.
Nobody? Is that surprising or?
Just that they have a press conference.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You don't know who's coming?
No.
Okay.
No, actually, nobody's coming. Everybody's here because the chief arrived here. That's all.
Oh, so this is not, they're not doing even an official press conference? Oh, wow. Okay. I thought it was because of the way it looked. So, nobody, as far as that guy says, there's no other government presence here. No known government presence. There is no press conference planned. There's no, as far as he knows, no official government press conference planned. And all of these reporters are here just doing their own coverage. Which is odd. And then here's some boats in the water. I don't know if you guys can see this.
No, it's all clean. There's cranes and stuff.
don't know if those boats are other reporters out there trying to get footage. Still that same chopper in the air up here. News chopper. So this is kind of eerie. I mean, there's not just reporters here. I don't know what this could be chalked up to. Is this like, you would think the mayor of Oakland would be here or something? I mean, it's just strange. I don't understand. The fuck? Maybe I'll talk to this person. Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Do you know if there's any other city officials like coming to speak or anything?
No clue. Yeah.
Okay. Like the mayor or anybody who's not showing up today? Any other federal government people here right now? Don't know. Okay.
UCIC.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I didn't want to get that guy on camera because he was a cop and he'd probably talk to me more friendly. Yeah, he said he has no idea that there's any other government officials here. No idea if the mayor's coming, no idea what's going on. So it is quite an eerie scene that it's just all these reporters here waiting for the ship to undock. And they're not gonna get, only the chopper, the news chopper is gonna be able to get footage of the ship actually undocking because they're filming it from the backside here. You can't even shoot it from the ground on the other side because there's too many trucks at this time. So I guess we're gonna have to rely on that ABC News chopper feed to actually figure out what the fuck's going on, which is, it's just kind of disturbing. So I'm gonna get back in the car really quick just so I can see what you guys have been chatting with me, and if you have any suggestions of where I should go or who I should talk to, because I just cannot see a goddamn thing on my screen right now. Give me a second. Emma, what do you mean it's back? You see the chopper feed is back? So if anyone just tuned into this podcast, I just spoke to a reporter and an Oakland police officer, and they both said that there are no plans, there is no press conference plan, there are no U.S. government officials here to speak to. The city government is not here to make an announcement, and that all the press just came here organically, hearing roughly about when the Princess cruise ship was going to land, and they're all here just taking footage of it and doing little spots about it. There is no seemingly a government presence, and I mean, if it's all being done under the radar, it's being done very well. I mean, even in terms of Oakland police presence, I mean, there's very little security. Like I was saying, if you were a crazy person and you wanted to like breach the quarantine, you could probably just drive straight into the fucking gates. From what I saw, there was like no security at one of the entry points. This is very strange. Two people just kissed on one of the top areas of the ship as the helicopter went by, then they waved to the camera. Oh man, I never want to go on a cruise ship. What a fucking nightmare. What a nightmare way to travel. Be stuck in a giant tube with that many people. Ugh, I just can't believe it. Well, I thought I was going to see a lot more today. I thought I was going to see at least some evidence of federal government presence here. Some. So far, I have seen 0. So I'm gonna keep driving around. I mean, I'm thinking maybe the area sort of congregating. Maybe they're off the beaten path somewhere. I don't know. But if you guys have any suggestions of where I should go or who I should speak to, if you've heard of any city officials being out here, any presence from anybody, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to turn back and head home soon. As I was expecting this to be a lot more of an event. It seems like the press thinks it's an event, but the government, no government people do. There's a tent and less than 15 fully white hazmat people near a tent. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see that at all, and neither will any of the reporters here on the ground, because that's all going to be done through the choppers. Actually, it looks like now I see 2 news choppers in the air. So, Emma, I don't know if you have access to whatever other feed this is, but there's now 2. So, yeah, the one that's okay, so there's 2 of them. One of them looks like it's circling pretty far away from the cruise ship, and the other one looks like it's right above it right now. So at least we have 2 choppers going. So I'm gonna drive a little further down here. God, some of these journalists just look like real pieces of trash. I don't mean to denigrate a profession, but I mean, some of these people, I hate journalists. Univision's here. Univision's the only major network I see here right now. Everyone else is local. I didn't see any markings on any of the news trucks. God, what a weird scene. Man, what a weird scene. So I'll just keep the phone on the ship while I'm driving past it. So at least you guys have something to look at other than my ugly face. There you go. Oh, that boat in the water looks like it's some kind of police boat. It's got a siren going on it right now. So here's where I guess a lot of the other news trucks are parked. But again, just not seeing any, I mean, I hardly see any police. There's one Oakland police truck driving down there right now. It's driving by himself. Yeah, again, no government people. This little roundabout right here is where all the rest of the reporters are. Those ABC 10, there's KPIX 5, those are local channels. I don't see any CNN or Fox News people or... Yeah. It's kind of a bust. I mean, if there's an official press conference of some kind, I'll come back down here. But I don't really know what good it's going to do to talk to anyone else, because no one knows anything. So I'm going to plug my other show while I'm doing this, because I'm a spammer. But I will be doing a stream of Maine Politics, my new streaming show, in a couple hours from now. So just, yeah. But thank you for joining me on this stream. I'm sorry that I could not provide you any real-time breaking info of any kind. It looks like I'm just everybody here is just as much in the dark as you guys are. There's nothing really new coming out. I think talking to someone who works at the port would actually be my next idea. So before I completely get out of here, I'm gonna see if I could spot anybody who looks like they're a port employee and try to speak to them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it sounds too cartoony or conspiratorial, but I mean, if they got hazmat teams in there, they probably did it through a semi-truck that was unmarked or marked with something else. That would be the way to do it. That'd be very easy to do. Well, there's a back entrance into the port. See, maybe I'll try sneaking there. Okay. I'm going to do something a little sketchy right now. A little bit sketchy. I just found an entry point into it that didn't look like it had a no trespassing sign on it. Unfortunately, this road goes to the backside too. It doesn't go to the actual side that this ship is on. But yeah, it's not going to give me much of a closer view, unfortunately. I mean, I don't see any port employees. That's something else I noticed, talking to the press at all. There's not even like a port spokesperson or anything. So my sense is that they're probably not wanting them to talk to the press right now. But I'm still gonna do one more loop around to the front part of it and see if there's anything new going on there that I can see. I know this is weird that I'm doing a ride along live stream. I've gone full Marco Rubio. If you ever come out to Oakland, you should definitely come to this area, though, because it's very bizarre. Like, this would be a great place to film a movie at. It's just so fucking gargantuan. It goes on for miles. Stacks of shipping containers and stuff. And yes, it is true that George Lucas was inspired by the walkers in Empire Strikes Back, by the cranes, the shipping cranes out here at the Oakland port. And I could show you what they look like if you want to. I mean, you've probably already seen them if you're watching the chopper shots. Yeah, the helicopter. I mean, it's possible that they're not allowing. I mean, they might be getting orders where they're saying they're not allowed to go right over the boat anymore. That's possible too. I see a highway patrol guy right there. So there's now, okay, so now I'm starting to see law enforcement. That was a highway patrol guy. Although they're not really guarding the entrances. I could have just driven in right where I drove past right now. I could have just driven straight in there. Probably right to the ship if I wanted to with my car, if I was a crazy person. So keep that in mind, that this is how insecure this situation currently is. Right there as well. I just passed 2 driveways where someone could just drive straight into that if they wanted to. They might get arrested, but just again, this is an example of how insecure this current situation is. Okay, so I'm driving past the front part of it. Still a giant line of semi, of course, right past them for a second. Jake can't park there. I don't know if you can still see the ship. It's behind the fence there. So those walkers right there, those are the walkers, the Empire Strikes Back walkers. Yeah, I don't see a soul. I do not see a soul. The only port worker I can see right now is the one checking everybody in, and I don't want to be one of those guys to go hold up the line of 100 semi trucks trying to get into the port right now. There's another reporter right there. Looks like she's probably like an AP stringer or something. She's by herself with a tripod. So yeah, that's one of the walkers. That's one of the cranes right there. See that? Okay, well, I think I'm gonna wrap now, guys. Sorry this is a little bit boring, but thanks for joining me on this live stream on the Very Heavy Agenda channel. And stay tuned later today for a recap of this and basically just what's been going on with the coronavirus and everything else right now, my thoughts, my opinions, my angry rants, whatever. If you want to watch those, tune in a couple hours, because main politics will be starting. And I think Emma or somebody else said that the chopper has moved. Well, I can see it now. It's very far away from the ship. So both choppers now, I don't know if you could see that, are away from the ship. So they must have been ordered to they're hovering pretty far away now. So take care, guys.